Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the third episode of AmbassaChat. Woohoo! Today, we have two very special guests with us to talk about something nobody wants to talk about, nobody likes to talk about, but we have to talk about it: financial aid. Wah, wah. And as I mentioned, we have two special guests. They work in Student Financial Service Office, Kat and True.
Can you guys introduce yourselves real quick for the audience?
Hi, I'm Katherine. My pronouns are she, hers. I'm a senior psychology major with a minor in sociology, Spanish, and political science. I live on campus, as you can probably see. Otherwise, stuff I do on campus, I'm an orientation student leader. Obviously, I work for Student Financial Services. Hopefully, we can make talking about financial aid a little bit more fun or less stressful. Otherwise, I'm in women's chorus. I am also a student ambassador with Mary and Mason, and I'm in some honor societies as well. So that's basically me.
And then my name is True. I use she, her, hers pronouns. I also work in financial aid, obviously. I am a speech pathology major with a communications minor. And as for involvement on campus, I am part of the speech pathology student group, which is called NISLA. I'm also the head resident of one of the 6 residence halls here on campus. I started as an RA 2 years ago, and then this year took on the head resident position, which has been super fun. So, yeah.
Look at you.
Woohoo, good stuff.
So the first question I'll ask you, how did you begin to work at Student Financial Services? What was the process being you know what, I'm gonna work for the financial aid office?
So for me, I was in a meeting with my student or my faculty advisor for my first year seminar course. We were meeting and talking about campus involvement. I think I was looking at jobs and didn't really know what to do or where to go. And she knew the current student employee supervisor at the time a few years ago. And she called her up and said, "Hey, got any openings?" And she said, "Yep." And then she printed out the application and slid it across the desk. And I was like, all right, cool. I guess I have a job. And then from then on, got hired. And yeah, that's why I started working there.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Boom.
We love it.
I have a relatively similar story, except True started in the fall of our freshman year, and I started in the spring. I was just looking for job openings on campus, and financial services was open, and so I was like, sure, why not? And after interviewing and realizing I didn't have to do math in the job, because it's actually something I thought I had to do, I was a lot more sold. So that was more my story.
That's the best part. No math.
Honestly. And then how's office life? How's working in financial aid? What's your kind of duties and how is everyone there?
It's a really great working environment, I think. The financial aid counselors and our cashier are really supportive. You get to learn a lot more about financial aid the longer you're in the office, but True and I have been working there for 3 years, and we still ask questions all the time. So it's really nice that that's an environment where we can still do that. Otherwise, some more of our duties include answering phone calls, emails, anybody who comes up to the counter, scanning some documents, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Nice.
I really like working in the office because it's very women dominated. There's a lot of women that work in the office, which is awesome. And yeah, it's just a good group. Like Katherine said, I love my coworkers. And yeah, it's just a good atmosphere. It's always busy, so I feel like I'm never bored. I'm never just sitting around. There's always a phone call or an email or someone coming up to the counter. It's always super busy.
Nice. Good stuff.
It would be a busy office.
Lots of questions.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I remember I had to take my mom to meet with one of the ladies 3 times because my mom was helping me my first year, and my mom does not do technology. She's not good with it. So she was just like, what is going on? I need help. And I couldn't even explain it to her because I'm like, I don't even know. I don't deal with this kind of money before. So they are lifesavers. Y'all are all great, in my opinion.
So is the only way to contact you guys by phone, or like is there a website we can go to? Do they do appointments, stuff like that?
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Come on, say it true.
Yeah, you can contact us via phone. We can be reached at email. If you want to set up an appointment with a counselor, a financial aid counselor in our office, you can always visit our website. It's elmhurst.edu/finaid.
Yes.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So you have all of your information on this financial aid website, right? So like everything about scholarships, FAFSA, all of that fun stuff.
Yep. Once you go to that website, there's a lot of like subcategories that you can click on. You can access more information about scholarships. So it'll give you information about like merit-based scholarships that you get. You can also see an external scholarship page, which gives you opportunities outside of the school that might be beneficial for you to apply to if you fit the qualifications and criteria. We try to post local scholarship opportunities so that it's people nearby and it's not just like a bunch of random like websites. And yeah, we also have like all of our forms and documents there, anything you might need for financial aid business.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, and just a shameless plug again, 100% of our students get some form of financial aid, if I am correct. That's like the one financial aid fact.
Yeah, that's
the one
only
thing.
I bring up.
Everybody gets something, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Which is great.
And it's not like $1. Like it's like more than $1, which is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually it's more than $1.
I would
yeah.
hope so, Mason.
Like you can buy like 5 McChickens sometimes.
It's a good amount of chickens.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's actually really helpful to get like a lot of money as opposed to little money.
Oh, Mason. And I know financial aid doesn't have much to do with the scholarship competitions we have because those are through admissions, but I do just want to let everyone know we do have scholarship competitions. We have a Niebuhr Service to Society one. We have one for first gen students, and the prizes, I'll call them because I don't know what the proper term is. You can get a full ride scholarship, you can get your tuition part of it covered, you can live on campus for free. There's varying levels of what you can get from winning any of these competitions, and they're all great, and they're another option if you're looking into it. So definitely look into it. We all love some extra money because college is expensive.
Yeah. Ask your admissions counselor. I know the Niebuhr one is due soon, and then the transfer one, the Intellectual Curiosity Scholarship Competition. Totally didn't memorize that. I read that off my notes. That's due later this year, I think.
I think, you know what? I actually think Vanessa won something for it.
I think so too.
Didn't she, Kat? I think she did something, which is great. Vanessa, who we'll have on in a future episode.
Woohoo.
Yeah. She actually participated and won something. I'm forgetting what because I have horrible memory.
Yeah. So whatever type of student you are, whether that's first year transfer, first gen, there's scholarship competitions for you.
Which we love because we want students at Elmhurst.
Yeah.
We love students.
Yay.
But I do think we're beating around the bush of the biggest thing that financial aid, FAFSA. So if somebody wants to talk about what FAFSA is, why is it important? Why do we need to do FAFSA? That would be great because sometimes even I'm confused about it.
Yeah.
Catherine, I'll let you take this one.
No, I was gonna let you take this.
Ooh, with the T. Yo, rock,
Nobody
paper,
wants
scissors.
to talk about it.
Rock, paper, scissors right now.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh my god.
On shoot.
The civil way.
Rock, paper.
Yeah.
No,
That's
okay.
Wi-Fi.
I'll just do it. This is painful.
It just gives up.
So FAFSA stands for free, okay, please correct me if I'm wrong, free application of federal student aid. Yeah? Yeah, I think that's it. Well, just like if I'm wrong, just like put something here. Plug it there, yeah. But it's basically free financial aid from the federal government. Even if your family has like a large income, it's still absolutely worth applying for FAFSA, because if you don't, then you're not eligible for certain loans like the subsidized and unsubsidized loans, which we can kind of talk a little bit more later. But depending on your income, it'll basically generate this number called your EFC, or your estimated financial family contribution, which is essentially how much they expect that you can pay in tuition. So if that's a lower number, then the federal government will give you more money. If it's a higher number, then it'll be less money, but still it is still worth applying for just in case. And also sort of something that some families kind of run into an issue of is if they don't file FAFSA, but let's say something really awful happens and there's a dramatic loss in income, then we have this thing called like a special circumstance that you can apply for, but we can't do much with the special circumstance if we don't have a FAFSA on file. That's definitely getting a little more specific, but in general, it's very important to apply for undergrad and grad school as well. I'm not sure if you have any other details that I missed, but yeah.
One thing you said that I just wanted to note was that the EFC, if you get like a large number, that doesn't mean that's like the exact like amount that you're paying for. It's more of like a internal statistical number or something more internal. So if you see a certain number and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't afford to like pay that much per year, that's not exactly what it means. It's just kind of more of a figure, and to see if it raises or lowers, you can look in your past years, but it doesn't mean you're paying that number towards like tuition. But yeah.
And then even if you don't think you get anything from FAFSA, you should still apply, right?
Yeah. It never hurts to apply. There's always surprises that might come up, or if you, like you said, if like Katherine said earlier, if you have that special circumstance that might happen after you file, then you can still file that because you had that on file, like you had the FAFSA on file. But yeah.
It's got free in the name. Free 99.
Yeah. There you go.
Boom.
Oh, I remembered. When it comes to financial aid, who do you think should handle it? Do you think the parents should be in charge? Do you think the students should take it upon themselves to, kind of just get in there and start dealing with? Because no offense, I'm calling out Mason again. He doesn't do anything by himself. Nope. He has his accountant.
Yes, I do.
Which I don't know any, 20-year-old who has an accountant already?
It's a family accountant, but like for taxes, all that stuff, 1098T, he got it.
But yeah.
I feel like going to college is kind of like a huge, like everyone knows that it's a huge stepping stone to like your future life. And so I feel like this is kind of a good time to try to take initiative on your own when you can. At the beginning, like my parents definitely helped me a lot more, and maybe some of that's because I work in the office and now I know way more, but it definitely helped me and held my hand through like everything my freshman year, or like my senior year of high school going into freshman year. I didn't know anything, and now like I'm a little more independent with like money. Definitely not fully independent yet, but asking less questions as the years go on and handling more on my own, being in charge of that. So kind of a spectrum.
Kat, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think it's a good, maybe like kind of what True said, maybe like parent heavy at first, but maybe transition into being student heavy. So like if you're like True and I, and you're gonna go to graduate school, that way by that time you already know, and Mary, you already kind of know how to fill out FAFSA, and you don't necessarily need your parents' help. It can just be helpful in that sense too.
You mentioned grad school, and I want to just go hide under a table.
Yeah, I'll take a hard pass at that.
That text message has been freaking me out for days, Kat. Like,
Text
why
message.
would you? Did I not? I told you we were in a meeting as it happened. The guy, my admissions counselor from grad school texted me and was like, "Hi, just want to let you know you should be receiving like a letter within the next week telling you if you got in or not. Have a great weekend. And I'm just like,
That's so
why
stressful.
would you tell me that? Like,
That's
now I'm
stressful.
just like over analyzing everything that's happened from the time I turned in the app to now, and I'm like,
Just waiting on internships.
oh my gosh, grad school. That's a whole nother episode right there in itself.
We could, yeah. You can come back as like an alumni, talk about it.
Oh my gosh. I will say I do want to come back if President Van Aken ever comes on this.
That would be so cool.
Oh my god.
I wish. That's hopes.
They have it down, guys, as a potential episode. And I'm like, if we get him on here, I don't know what we're gonna talk about.
Best behavior. You gotta be on your best behavior.
Oh, I'm gonna be in a suit and tie. Suit and tie.
We'll just be sitting here like, so how is it going?
I met him once for a video. Well, I've met him plenty of times before, but like one time specifically for like a video thing a few months ago. And coolest experience. It was like out of body almost. I was like floating.
Why?
My chakras aligned. Totally aligned.
Astral projected. He was watching.
I was projecting. I was holding my own camera. Like it was crazy.
That's the power that he has. As True mentioned, the website is there. I do want to ask you I do want to ask you both like a few questions, not about financial aid.
Ooh.
One being, what is your favorite part of being able to work on campus in general?
That's a good
Not
question.
just working in SFS, just working in general. Because I know technically true, your head resident is like a job. Kat, you have another job on campus working with us. Hey, she has a lot of responsibilities, Mason.
Oh, 100%.
I see you.
100%.
I see you. Don't
100%.
do that.
I would never be able to do that.
So what is your favorite part about being able to have an on-campus job?
Ooh, rip your mic,
Oh,
no. Oh, now you're
she's
good.
back.
Now you're good. You're good.
Oh my god, pain. Okay, so I'd say my favorite part is like the flexibility. It's really easy to sort of work your work schedule around your classes. And in my experience, a lot of my bosses have been students at Elmhurst, so they especially understand what it's like to be a student employee. But even if they weren't a student here, they're still really understanding. So, you know, worst case scenario, if you are just flooded with homework, you know, it's okay, like they understand. And it's a really great way to like make connections and like get to know different people, develop professional skills. And yeah, it's just a really great working environment for sure.
Yeah, kind of like what you said about connections. Like I feel like I don't think I would have met Katherine if it wasn't for the job. Like love her, but we're just involved in like very different circles, very different involvement. We're both involved in like different leadership positions, but like completely opposite from each other. And I just feel like if we didn't work in that office, like odds are we just never would have met. So like it's kind of a way to meet people that don't have those like same core interests as you. You know, a lot of clubs and activities on the school campus, like people have those, like they joined it for a reason. You know, we wanted this, so we're in that group. But like with a job, like you're just like, hey, I want to make money, I'm gonna go to a random place. But then you still end up meeting like really cool people. And you know, I love all the people that I work with, the like full-time adults that work there, and then like the part-time students. It's a cool blend and way to meet new friends.
I agree. It's really fun working with adult professionals.
It's hilarious sometimes too.
No, honestly,
The problems are so different. Like I'm like, I got a final. They're like, I had to file taxes. It's like, yo, same.
I feel like that's rough.
Yeah.
And it's just like you know, at least in admissions, we get to handle, like, we give tours, we get to talk to families. It's really fun and exciting, but like the admissions counselors deal with the really nitty gritty stuff that like I have the excuse of being like, I don't know enough about this to tell you, so
Yeah.
over there,
Like
you
ask
know,
a counselor.
you know what I mean? Yeah, like they deal with the nitty gritty stuff, and I'm just over here like,
That's literally exactly how it is at SFS too. Like if there's something that we just don't really have the knowledge on, or is clearly something that's just like above our expertise, like it's quite literally like, okay, you should go talk to the person in the cubicle behind me, you know? So it's also great when you get to like just make really great relationships. I know we've said that, but like over the summer I did a like admissions thing. I was like an open house or whatever, and like I met Mahra for the first time, who's now our boss for student ambassador, and I'm like, you're like the coolest person in the entire world, like, you know, hello. And Kelsey Plevka, who's our boss at SFS, is an incredible human. So it's just sort of bringing home the really cool people you get to meet.
Oh yeah, definitely some role models for sure.
And I feel like no one hates their life while working here, you know? Like you definitely get like, okay, I'll just say this again.
I mean, that's
it's true. Like everyone like enjoys being where they're at. Like I've never had someone like come down to like our ambassador office and like huff and puff and like hate it. You know, it's all like nice people that enjoy.
That would be
what they do.
spicy.
That would spread around the group chat way too quick.
We're
Like
such
a
a small
wildfire.
school, everybody would know that there's an issue right away. They'd
Yeah,
be
right?
like,
We're like, ooh, word?
tea?
Tea.
Oh my gosh. And then my next question that's not related to financially, like at all, because you're both seniors, you're both in your last semester. What is one of your favorite memories at Elmhurst University that, you know, you'll look back on one day and be like, that was great?
That's a tough one.
First,
I know.
the last one, so you get to go.
Okay, well, think, because we were just put on the spot. How about you two share yours?
Ooh, that's an interesting. Well, I'm not a senior, so I can't really tell.
Yeah,
You still have memories.
No, I don't.
or does he?
Head empty.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
I don't want to talk about orientation again because it
I
gets
know,
so
I'm not
annoying
going to.
for everybody. Like everybody's just like, of course we've heard this over and over again. You love orientation, and I'm like, yeah, I do love orientation.
Talk about orientation. My favorite tour. I don't really know.
Oh my gosh. I like open houses. Probably
They're
more
so
than
fun.
most people. Not gonna lie. So like those are probably my favorite memories, just clustered together because it's open house. Like we're all like half dead inside because it's 7 a.m. and we don't have coffee in our systems 90% of the time. But like when we all just get together and just like start like dancing outside of Hammersmith Chapel, whether it be rain or shine, and like we know we're annoying everybody sleeping too in the residence.
Yeah,
That's
we're
also, like,
screaming
the
our
best.
heads off.
Oh my gosh.
From the-
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's just like so it's kind of funny and kind of fun at the like 2 in 1 because I know we're embarrassing ourselves. Like I see some of these kids walk in and just be like, oh my god, who are
Like,
these
I don't know them, I don't go
people?
here.
Like I don't want to high five them in this high five thing they're trying to do. It's not cool. Like I see it, I know it's embarrassing, but it's just so fun being able to be that like goofy on just
It is
parade.
fun. It's
Those
like
are
mini
the-
OSL day.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I like it.
Mason, did you think of one?
Oh, I was too busy like enthralled with Mary's story.
I didn't forget.
Oh.
Come
Okay.
after him.
Mary, what's a good memory that I have? Ooh, should I talk about the overnight program?
You already
Obviously,
talked
overnight.
about that. You shouted out that one kid.
Yeah, no, he wasn't overnight though. We just got lunch with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was.
No, he wasn't. He texted me too. He's like, "Yo, thanks for the shout out." I'm like, "Got your G."
I love that.
I think my at least favorite part about being in Elmhurst is like the overnight program where like you host either a senior or junior for an afternoon and then a nighttime. So that obviously like they sleep in your residence hall, usually have like an air mattress or some like couch that they can sleep on. And then they go with you to class in the morning and like kind of like shadow your day. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. We take them down to like downtown Elmhurst to eat lunch wherever they choose to go. We used to have meatheads, rip meatheads. Yeah, that's a good time. True.
Okay, I second that. Wait, because you gave out a shout out to my overnight, Rachel Fratt. She was the greatest.
What's her last name?
She goes here.
What's her last name?
Fratt, as in F-R-A-T-T.
Oh, that was so cool.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it's fine. You can cut that part out. Anyway, true.
Okay, so I don't think I have like a favorite memory because I feel like everything here has been so cool. But one thing I thought of was, I mean, obviously, like I said earlier, a big part of my life here has been like being in res life, being an RA, being a head resident. I feel like I've met a lot of the people that I am because of those roles, or met a lot of the people that I have because of those roles. And the moment that I found out I got the position, obviously like changed the rest of my like college career because I was involved more. And I got the email and I was sitting in my freshman dorm room and I was looking at it and I was reading it and I get this knock on my door and I'm excited, but like I didn't want to be like too excited. So I was like, and it was two of my RAs and they were like, we saw your name on the list, like we're so excited, and the three of us were just like jumping up and down like let's go. And it was just such a like cute moment because like I feel like not a lot of people like know that excitement of like, you know, for that specific role of like, you know, like someone else that went through that. So having like two people that were just a year ahead of me that like were a big part of why I wanted the role. We were just celebrating like in the middle of Niebuhr Hall, just jumping up and down, screaming like. And yeah, and then that set off like the rest of my 3 years at Elmhurst. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's such a cute memory.
I know, right?
All right, Catherine.
I also can't really pick one, so I just thought of like a small little collection. I am in Greek life with Mary. We're in the same sorority. Wow. Kappa Kappa Gamma. And I like in no way, shape, or form intended to join Greek life. I literally wanted to pick a school that didn't have Greek life, so surprise on me, you know. But I went through just to like be outgoing and just see what would happen. And I've met literally some of my favorite people in the entire world. Like my bid day, like my bid day, the girl who like kind of was the head to like run and like grab me and like bring me back to the sorority, whatever, ended up being my big. She literally tripped because she was so excited and she got like, a massive bruise on her knee. But it was fun. It was kind of funny because she ended up being a recruitment counselor, so she like was disaffiliated. So when she became affiliated, it was like pouring, and so she's running, I'm running to her, and then I slip and I bruise my knee. That's not love. I don't know what it is.
Matching knees.
No, yeah, we seriously we had pictures. We were like, aw, cute. But just like meeting my big, my little, and I'm like grand little, aw.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Which, by the way, I don't know, like I want to give a shout out to all of the new lovely ambassadors that we have.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can mention them by name just yet, but like I'm so excited. I'm
It's
so
a good
excited. We have a new team of ambassadors coming. I'm sorry you triggered this because your grand little and my little is now part of the team, and it's just like we have such a great team this year. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. But
it's
anyway,
dope. It's gonna be fun.
But yes, some of my favorite people that I have met that I expect to be in my life for the rest of my life. I've largely met either through orientation, but likely through like Greek life. So yeah, those are my favorite memories.
Mason died.
I know, I'm here. Hold up.
Mason died. SOS.
I'm here. There we go.
Yo, we had an emergency. Now we're by.
Rip the battery.
I find it really funny though. Can I just say, Kat, that you didn't want to join Greek life because you're the reason I joined Greek life, because you're like, Mary, I think you'd be really good at like, I think you would fit in so well with like any of the sororities. Like you seem like you would. I know, right? Isn't that funny how the tables turned?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I envisioned. I didn't really envision myself in Greek life either. At all.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's how Greek life is here. It's either people who knew exactly that they were going to be in Greek life or had no plans but ended up there anyway.
I just didn't know about it. Like I've seen movies, you know,
Mhm.
but like at a small liberal arts college/university, I didn't really expect there to be any.
It's a lot different, but
It is.
different in a good way. Like we don't have houses or anything.
Yeah.
So
Stay tuned for an episode about Greek life.
Whoop whoop.
In the
Featuring
future.
Jessie.
Wait, my Jessie?
Hopefully, yeah. She really wants to be on it, so I'm like, yeah, why not?
Oh my gosh, I would love to have
Jessie,
Jessie.
you better give me a shout out.
She messaged me during the president's meeting.
Like your mother. Yes.
President's meet. Oh yeah. I was like, I'm like, what are you the president of?
IFC.
I know, I forgot. Okay.
Oh.
Oh my
I told
god.
you guys that I told Jessie she has to call me Queen Mother since she's president.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
You texted me that right away as soon as it was announced, and I was like, that's the best thing ever. I thought that was hilarious because I just started watching all of it, by the way. Like, I just
Bridgerton.
started. And The Crown, like, I just started watching all of it as soon as she sent me that. And it was so funny. I was like, what timing?
Yes.
Impeccable timing.
Impeccable timing.
Impeccable.
Well, since it's 7:00 our time, of course, we're not gonna. What are you laughing at, Mason?
Yeah, sorry, East Coast listeners. 6 o'clock.
Well,
Actually, no, it's 8 o'clock in the East Coast.
And also, this is gonna be aired like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So it's the first day of school, but if I say happy first day, they're gonna be like, "What the heck is she talking about? It's not the first day."
End of the semester.
Yeah, right. When are we releasing this? Happy
February 16th.
February 16th, everybody. Don't know what falls on that. Wait, I'm gonna look up what falls.
The Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday, isn't it?
It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. Ooh, the 9th recorded perihelion passage of Halley's Comet. So congrats, guys.
Halley's Comet? Did you
Yeah.
say Halley's Comet?
It's Halley's Comet.
I thought it was Haley's Comet.
Halleys.
Haley.
I've never seen anyone spell Haley with 2 L's.
So this is the end of the 3rd episode. Huge shout out to True and Kat for coming to talk about financial aid, the hardest thing ever. I hope that you enjoyed your time here. It was a little chaotic, I know,
Yeah.
but thank you for putting up with both of us and for coming on the podcast. I will see you both eventually in the future, probably around campus doing something. Or maybe we'll invite you back for some reason.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
You put SFS's contact information like here or something.
Yeah, just hold your hands still for about 2 seconds and I'll put it in.
We'll put all of the information so everybody listening can click the links, get all the info they need. Of course, like they said, reach out to them if you need help. All of us still reach out. I'm a senior and sometimes I reach out. So don't be afraid to reach out if you need help because like I said, it's a hard topic. It's a hard thing to do by yourselves. But thank you for being on the show. Thank you to everybody who's listening. We do know
Thank
there are
you.
people listening, which is
Yep.
great. Which is great.
Keep listening. You're trapped now.
Please keep listening.
Please.
Subscribe, like, comment down below.
Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell.
Tell them who your favorite one was down below.
Right?
Turn it into
that
a
would be
competition.
cruel.
Comment who is your favorite person on a podcast for this week.
be
And
so
comment what else you would like to see because we want to do what, we
People
want to
want.
cover topics they're interested in. So we're just going off of what we think is interesting right now. So,
Yeah.
but yes, we will see you guys later in the 4th episode of AmbassaChat, but we'll see you later. Thanks for listening.
Deuces.